throw balls far. You want good words? Data languager.
Talk real sports with a real man.
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
And now, here's the be-all, end-all, know-it-all of high school, college, and pro sports. Aaron Skinny Count with the Skinny on Sports.
We're talking about practice, man. I'm the MVP.
Good Garrison Financial Friday out there, Western Oklahoma. Welcome to the Skinny on Sports, right here on 98.1 FM, the Sports Animal. Glad to have you along for the next hour. We got all kinds of stuff we can get into. History made in Arlington last night. We've also got, did you see the story of Eric Morris?
In the Armadillo?
In the Armadillo? Yeah. Is that a good sign? Is that a big win for OSU fans?
Well, a lot of people are now like, oh, that's kind of like what Mike Gundy would do. I'm like, didn't you just fire the guy that couldn't win you football games?
He's also the greatest coach they've ever had.
I know,
by far the most wins.
Is it a comparison you want to make this early?
Young Mike Gundy. You may have got reinvigorated Mike Gundy.
I like young Mike Gundy was very, very good.
So we got a little bit of that. Scotty G is obviously in the house. Lots of opinions on both sides of what happened yesterday with Roger Denny extending Brent Venables' contract for a couple of more years, but basically redid it. So now it's a 6-year deal through 2031, paying Brent Venables $10.5 million. Some like it for the continuity's sake. Some are asking, is this now the standard for OU football to go 4 years without a bowl win, without a playoff win? 32-20 in 4 years, is that Oklahoma football? I think it's a pretty good. I think it's a good discussion. What could be the downsides of doing this extension this early? Is there ever going to be a stopping point? Have you seen what's happened this week, Scotty? The in vogue thing in college football right now.
I guess I have not.
There are multiple dudes, one of which literally last weekend in an NFL preseason game made a couple of tackles and had a sack, who is now back in the portal wanting – yes, there's all these dudes.
Oh, yeah, suing to play.
Because of the 5-for-5 thing that's already been out there. It is unbelievable what's happening.
Oh, my gosh.
Is there a stopping point for this? Is there ever? Is this just Pandora's box that was opened up by the NIL Supreme Court ruling, and by all of a sudden it's like the players are running the sport more than ever, and they've never really had much of it. Did you see the Lakers sell?
I did.
Some interesting stuff there too.
Yeah,
with the Buss family in particular, that we can go over on the financial. And also, I don't know if I can say this yet, but we do have a pretty cool announcement coming up at some point here in the very, very near future with regards to this show. Do you even know what I'm talking about?
Maybe. Is this something I called you about over the weekend?
Nah. It's not that.
So nobody's told the guest host what's going on the show.
I just found out yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were sitting there. Maybe you weren't standing there yet.
Nope. Nobody's telling me anything.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you in the break, because I don't know if we can fire that out there yet. 225-9698 is the phone of the text line.
It just sounds like more work for Atha.
It's really not. 225-9698.
That's why they didn't tell me.
It's a return to the past, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, never mind. I know that.
I figured you knew that.
Yeah.
225. You think we can say that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's official.
Yeah, I don't either. Better not. 225-9698 is the phone of the text line. 225-9698. This is what we're going to talk about. If you have something else, feel free to chime right in on that text line. Going to be outside the listening area one of these days. You can stay in touch with the show a couple of ways. You can log on to kadsam.com, or you can download the Paragon app, which is free to download. It's got all the radio stations. Penny News is incorporated in the app as well, so you can check out All the deals in this week's Penny News online through the app at thepennynews.com, or go pick up a free copy of the Penny News at your favorite local newsstand. Big Elk TV on air now, isn't it? 9 a.m., I believe, was the first pitch up at Hall of Fame for the Elkettes and Choctaw.
I hope it's on air. I hope they're playing now.
It's 9 o'clock.
It's supposed to be 155 today.
Choctaw at 9, Enid to follow at 10:30. And of course, the football season starts a week from tonight. Big Elk Stadium, Shawnee in town. So you can watch that in the Merit Football the week after on Paragon TV. Skinny on Sports Podcast available anywhere podcasts drop. How are you today, boys?
Doing good.
I'm good.
Beautiful Friday.
It's going to be a hot Friday. There's no doubt about that.
It is definitely going to be hot.
It's going to be hot.
Yeah.
How's your lawn?
My lawn has.
Are you a watering guy?
Let's just say that the eco-friendly people would not like me very much. I don't want to look at my water bill. I like my green lawn.
So you fired out there, and it's still working.
It's still working. Yeah.
So would you say you've got the nicest lawn on your block?
Hey, I tell you what, I bet I put 2 to 3 inches of water in my pool every day.
Dude.
It just evaporates like.
You are not kidding, because it was like Tuesday, and we always we look out into the backyard, and Kara and I kind of look at we can see the top step. Mm-hmm. You know, it's always got to have, because if it's got water on the top step, that means it's where it needs to be on the skimmer.
It's not circulating. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And on Tuesday, it was like, ooh, we probably ought to put some water in that thing. And we did it again yesterday.
Yeah.
And I mean,
it's
like
crazy.
Like I went home to cook I forgot to make the peach cobbler I made yesterday. We had a potluck here at the station around the world.
Where was my call?
Yeah, I know. You should have came. And you.
I didn't get it. I didn't get an email, a text message.
You're going to get a text next time, not only for you to come eat, but also you cook pretty good too, so we can always use as much good food as possible. You know what I mean? But anyhow, and so I backwashed the pool and then restarted the thing.
Yeah.
I was afraid I was going to run it down below.
It's crazy, man. This is insane. Hey, I got the coolest thing. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I don't know if you guys have one in your neighborhood, but we have had a baby Mississippi kite fledging in our front yard for 2 weeks now.
Really?
Yeah, Kyle the kite. So every day I go over there to look and see if he's hanging around, and he's still hanging around. He was flopping. He was spreading those wings out this morning. He'd jump up he could fly himself up into some low shrubs and stuff like that, man.
I'll tell you what else he could fly into, the back of your head if you're not careful.
His mama.
Yeah. Because at Guyman, I'll never forget this, at Guyman, Sunset Hills Golf Course is what their golf course is called, and they have those there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, watch out.
We're buddies now, man. We're friends.
Until Karen the kite shows up.
Karen calls to him the whole time. The whole time I'm walking over there to see what he's doing, Karen's calling to him.
Yeah, don't get too friendly with the human. Shotguns will happen sometimes.
Yeah. No, it's been neat.
That's cool.
It is.
That is very cool. All right, so yesterday, OU announced that they basically redid Brent Venables' contract, added 2 years to it. So now it's 6 years, running through 2031, $10.5 million a season.
I could get by.
What were your thoughts when you saw that?
I didn't see it.
You didn't know it? Okay,
I can tell you my thoughts.
Yeah, what are your thoughts just hearing that?
I might be a little premature, don't you think?
I think there's two schools of thought on this.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, one school of thought, I suppose, is that he's certainly made us competitive again. We're very competitive in the SEC. I mean, let's be honest. All of those Oklahoma State fans listening, you know what you were saying when Oklahoma was going to the SEC. Oh, you're going to lose 5 games a year, and you're not going to be competitive, and on and on and on. And we definitely have the dogs to be competitive.
Yeah, they're right year one, not so right last year. And I think that's where a lot of people that don't necessarily like what happened this early sort of go to is why not after the year when you see which one of those is reality.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, my thing is why not go after the year, because clearly Brent Venables had been waiting for a very long time for the right job. Mm-hmm. So he's not going to just leave us for anywhere. So why not let him have one more year to kind of prove that he's ready to rock and roll? That's my mindset on it.
And who is Oklahoma bidding against?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, who are we locking him in to keep from taking him away?
Well, he's
not going to Kansas State.
That's a joke.
There was discussion yesterday about the possibility with everything that's going on in Clemson.
Well, there's that
if things don't start out great, they might even fire Dabo in the middle of the season, like it's become the trend to get ahead of the hiring process, and maybe they would have their eye on Brent Venables, which, to me, if he wants to take the Clemson job instead of coaching Oklahoma, he's not the guy you need to be the coach at Oklahoma anyhow.
I kind of agree with that.
On the other side of things, something that I heard Barry say this yesterday, Barry Trammell, and he's right on the money, because when the NIL stuff started and then the rev share thing happened, the first thing everybody said was, oh, finally, coach's contract, the dollar amount, is going to finally level out because they're not going to want to be paying the coach when they need to be playing the players. That has not happened.
No, it has not.
It has continued to skyrocket. And
I think it's because we've seen. Look at what we've seen. The Mike Gundy does not have either the desire or the ability to cater to these elite athletes that want to be treated like a professional. And
I think the same thing
Brent
could be said
Venables does.
I think the same thing could be said for Nick Saban. That's why he's not the coach.
And Brent Venables does. And I think that's a very unique ability to do. So,
it's the positive. Is the culture is definitely different.
It appears that Dabo Swinney does not have the ability to cater to those elite athlete players.
And the culture that he has instilled reminds you a lot more of the Bob Stoops days and a lot less of the Lincoln Riley days. I better knock on wood before I say this, but you know what you haven't really heard much of since Brent Venables has been there? You're not holding your breath right now about who's going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
No, that's right.
You know what I mean? Like going in, that was always what was it, the Fulmer Cup? That was out there for years and years because people, kids getting arrested over the summer.
Even Baker.
I mean, let's be honest. That's the truth. And you haven't, I can't even remember.
I don't remember people
There's not many. If there was, there's not many.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
And
Brent's big on accountability, whereas Lincoln Riley was really not.
Yeah, not so much. And also, this is kind of the MO of Roger Denny, the AD. They were talking about the contracts that both Brett Bielema and Brad Underwood had signed with him in Illinois. One of them, so Brett Bielema can't take a Big Ten job. It's stipulated in his contract. If he wanted to leave, he can't take a Big Ten job. And Brad Underwood basically can't take a college basketball job.
Wow.
Yeah. If he were to leave Illinois, he's got to go to the pros. And they agreed to that. I mean, that's just something that he put in there to try to – and I think we saw it with Mosier. Everybody thought Porter Mosier was going to be fired after the basketball season. 4 out of 5. I think you're seeing a different attitude, maybe even in a lot of places, not just here. They know the cost right now. Like that cost is controlled for 6 years.
Yeah.
As far as the coach of Oklahoma football and basketball, and this guy seems continuity, and it makes sense on some levels because everything else you don't know. With the way college athletics, you don't know where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
And so to not throw
Don't
in,
know how many attorneys you're going to have to hire to
I mean, just all of it.
to get players granted an extra year of playing eligibility.
And so, and I think that at the end of the day, that to not have just another thing on your plate maybe helps. Now that doesn't, if Porter Mosher doesn't make the tournament again with 700 teams in the tournament now, then that's probably the end. But it does seem like this guy, at least the early returns are, he's way more patient than what the fan base is going to be.
Yeah,
with regards to coaches.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I think I'm good with it. I think I'm good with Brent getting a longer contract. The more I think about it, the more I think about his ability to. I mean, he's loved by the players. You can tell he is, and like you said, not only is he loved by the players, but he's keeping them out of trouble too. And
recruiting is gone.
Oh, unbelievable!
It's really good right now.
So I didn't read the details of the deal. You said was it restructured?
It's basically just added 2 years and redid it, essentially.
Did it take off what he was going to make and stretch it out, or how'd that?
It just it's like they almost just redid it.
Okay.
And added 2 years at the $10.5 million. We don't.
So, I was just wondering, does it financially make sense for the university how they structured it for him? You know what I mean?
The one thing that isn't out there yet, and it won't be until this goes to the Board of Regents for approval, is, and this is to me the downside that could be there, is we don't know what the buyout is.
Yeah.
How much did that increase? Did it increase?
Yeah. So those are the questions I had. It was like, what? Because that's what the big. Does he deserve it? That was the big outcry. What has he done to deserve 2 more years? But then I thought, well, what's the buyout? Was it restructured? The buyout's cheaper? I don't know. But I like to think the sunshines and rainbows here. They just believe in his process. They like what he's doing. They like his defense and what he's building to be more acclimated for the SEC, and they want stability and continuity. So I like to believe that's the approach here.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not it.
Now we'll see if it's right. See if it's right. Yeah, we'll know in a hurry. I guess maybe even this year. But I've been trying to tell myself, like, the expectations in the SEC. I've been still telling myself are totally different than what they were in the Big 12 for any team. Like going to the SEC and losing a couple conference games is actually pretty good. Going to the Big 12, you lost a couple conference games. Like, man, what are you doing losing those 2 games? So. Losing a couple conference games this year could actually still look good for OU. Maybe not in the SEC, won't get you in the SEC title game, but how it looks and everything. So I think they liked what he's doing, and the recruiting's been really good. The accountability, the program, what he expects from his players, the respect that he gets from his players, all of that. It just seems it'll be gelling well for Brent Venables and OU in the SEC. So. I like to think they extended them just because they like where it's going and they want to keep it going that way.
On your point of a couple of losses, and you looked like you're going to be safe in the SEC. Dude, who did Notre Dame pay off to get this schedule?
Well, one person.
Did you guys already cover this week?
It's not when the schedule, like the strength of schedules came out. They only have three teams that are ranked. You know who partly you can think for this?
And 2 of those shouldn't be.
you can think Lincoln Riley as part of this because he didn't want to play him.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Holy smokes!
Notre Dame's schedule it's either super duper tough. Or it's like this year. It's like
it is the biggest cupcake schedule I've ever seen in my life.
It just depends on who they're playing with those ACC games.
Yeah,
is a big part of it because they kind of play. They play the service academies. And they kind of have set games here and there.
I mean, the only team I saw that is anything is Miami. I mean, Miami's great, but
at BYU is not going to be easy. We'll see if SMU can continue. I mean, they've been pretty good.
SMU's been okay.
But those are the 3 ranked teams. But to my point,
SMU looked like the paper tiger that they were in the playoffs the year they got in.
Mm-hmm.
And I even picked them to win that first game in the playoffs.
But there's years where, starting with Wisconsin, that could be a good game. Wisconsin just isn't what they have been. Michigan State, same way. There's times where Stanford has been good.
Listen to you making excuses
No, I'm just
for
saying,
Notre Dame.
That's who they play.
Wisconsin, Michigan State, and Stanford. Those teams have been terrible for 10 years.
Two of those were on the list of since 2022. Scotty Scheffler's won 21 tour events, and there's a handful of college football teams that haven't won 21 games. Two of those
there you
are
go.
those.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, and by the way, Purdue was on there too.
They've been terrible for 10 years.
Boston College as well. They got 4 of them.
Yeah, I can't go with that. It's bad.
That's why they're
if they lose to Miami, if they only have one loss and they lose to Miami, they have no business being in the playoffs.
No,
None.
Scott.
Zero.
No, Scott.
No. I'm already starting the campaign. I'm already starting the anti-Notre Dame campaign.
A bunch of Notre Dame people thinking they're going to be good, and that schedule is why when you look at the odds makers, they are the favorite to win the national title.
Yeah, they're not going to get beat up. I can tell you that. They're certainly not going to get beat up.
Where'd you find that strength of schedule list?
Oh, it was in a story on the ESPN website.
Where was OSU? Oklahoma State.
I cannot remember.
Okay. Don't they have like 2 ranked opponents on there? That's not their fault. They're in a conference that they have to play these games that are given to them.
Tech and Oregon
Tech
for
and
sure.
Oregon, that's it. Houston's on the fringe.
Houston's ranked.
Houston's ranked. So 3 ranked teams, that's it
Houston's ranked.
at the moment.
And they'll have the Big 12 title game if they...
Yeah, Houston, Tech, and Oregon. And then we'll see if any, at least the preseason. That can kind of fluctuate with some different things. When you look at the schedules, the Big Ten and the SEC are going to have the hardest ones because they got the 17 of the 25 teams ranked. Now, that's now to start. We'll see how that ends up at the end. Oregon got all kinds of credit last year for going to Penn State and winning, and Penn State fell off a cliff.
This is true. And then Pittsburgh drafted their quarterback.
Who, by the way, gosh,
did look good. He did look good in the first preseason game.
We talked about this on Monday. How much crow I'm going to have to eat if he ends up being good. Like, oh, no, Drew Aller.
Oh, my gosh.
We're saying that's the most who's more frustrated in that situation? Are Penn State fans just frustrated when they see how good he's looking now? So where was that?
Yeah.
Or are they frustrated with their then coach?
Yeah, their former coach.
Look what you had. You couldn't even win with this guy.
Yeah. The third guy in the first preseason game is not exactly the greatest indicator of future success. So
going up against guys who are going to go back to college.
I didn't even look to see, is he starting tonight?
Let's look.
They announced that stuff.
I don't know if he's starting tonight.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't think he could even do what he did against third stringers.
I know. It's a good point.
I didn't think that was even possible.
Yeah.
So Drew Aller already exceeding my expectations in the NFL. Just with one preseason game.
Uh-huh. All I know is I seem to remember that usually the teams that win all their preseason games usually win very few regular season games.
Except for the Ravens. So they won like 22 in a row at one through the years.
Oh, wow.
Preseason games. Yeah. McCarthy hands the reins to Howard and Aller. So probably Will Howard starts and Aller will play next against the Jets.
All right.
What do you think about the Lakers sell?
I think it was just a shady businessman that got in some big trouble and got lucky enough to have somebody right there to bail him out.
Have you read about this stuff?
The family drama that's going on behind the scenes.
Now, that and the Mark Walter guy.
No, I haven't read much about him. It sounds like he's, from the very little that I've listened to, it sounds like he's
Sounds like
pretty good at 3-card money.
He took money out of his insurance business to do all this.
Yeah, it sounds like he's really good at 3-card money.
I mean, he's selling off a lot of the, and this isn't something you see people do, selling off sports franchises because of how much money they end up eventually making. Of course, it made him $2.5 billion here. Yeah, just owning the Lakers for like 18 months.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good rate of return.
There's a lot of stuff about the Dodgers because he's with that too. A lot of stuff that's not looking Bernie Madoff-ish. Some of it.
That's kind of I mean, he put together that whole group that bought the Dodgers, right? He was kind of the guy behind the scenes putting it all. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, European soccer. He had one of those.
No, did he have one over there too?
In the Premier League, he's cutting loose.
Yeah,
just not something you see very often.
Yeah,
when it comes to that. What's going on down at Garrison Financial?
Well, actually, I've been working from home a little bit because my poor 25-year-old air conditioner down there is not doing what it could do.
Needs to do.
And after calling my heat and air guy, is like, I think it's going to be a while before I can get to you. And I said, that's okay. I get it. No, but we've been working with some great people, putting plans together, making things happen, bringing in some young people. I've got a young man that is studying to get licensed right now. So we're growing, and hey, come be part of us. We'd love to work with good people. If you want to come down and talk with me, let's sit down. Let's make your money work as efficiently as it possibly can.
Scott at SoonerWealth.com is his email address. 124 North Main is where he's talking about downtown. 821-1219 is the phone number you can get a hold of him. Probably see you tonight.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
107 sounds pretty
bad. I was pretty convinced I was going to go play, but then I saw 107.
We shall see.
I don't know. That's
Come on, clouds.
Yeah. Yesterday, a lot of times I don't get to park underneath the awning out here. I'm actually out in the sun. And
that doesn't have anything to do with you getting a Coke right before you're supposed to be here, does it?
No, it's just the way it goes. I'm nice enough to let everybody else park.
Gotcha.
The ladies, they can have those spots.
What a guy.
But yesterday I did, and I got in my car. I was like, 97.
Hey.
And by the time I got to the train tracks going down Pioneer, it was 106. Normally when I get in my car, it goes the other way. It's like 112 because it's out in the baking sun.
Yeah.
It goes down to like 106.
Crazy.
It's pretty nuts how good 99 felt the other day when it was kind of cloudy.
It was.
It's been so hot. Like, 99.
These kids out there playing sports are tougher than me, man.
It'll probably be proven right tonight. Have a good weekend, Scotty. Thank you very much. When we come back, we'll roll on to the Garrison Financial Friday. Armadillo killing up in Stillwater.
Hello, my name is Scott Garrison. You may remember me as Scott the Barber or just as Ron and Carla's son. I've been involved in our community since opening Scott's Barbershop on the southeast corner of 3rd and Main in 1998. Now I'm back in the same building as Garrison Financial. I started investing in my 20s. I invested through the dot-com crash and the Great Recession. I started caring for other people's money in 2018, and I truly enjoy sitting down with my clients, understanding their wants and needs as well as what keeps them up at night. Whether my friends just want me to invest a little of their savings or want me to work with their tax and legal professionals to strive towards optimal efficiency, we can do it all. I believe communication is key to helping my clients reach their goals. For if we are faithful over a few things, we shall be given more. Contact me at scott@soonerwealth.com. Securities offered through registered representatives of Cambridge Investment Research, Inc., a broker-dealer member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Cambridge Investment Research Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor. Garrison Financial and Cambridge are not affiliated. This communication is strictly intended for individuals residing in the states of Colorado, Nevada, Oklahoma, and Texas. No offers may be made or accepted from any resident outside the specific states referenced. Cambridge does not offer tax and legal advice.
The Skinny on Sports.
Welcome back, Skinny on Sports, 98.1 FM, the Sports Animal, hanging out here on a Garrison Financial Friday. As always, we appreciate Scotty G stopping by. Talk a little bit about the financial part of the world of sports. Scott@SoonerWealth.com is his email address. 124 North Main is the location of his office downtown, and of course 821-1219 to give him a holler. Talk about how, like he says, making your money work more efficiently for you. Well, history in Arlington last night, Jared.
Almost double history with a no-hitter. Almost.
Tell everybody, since you're the Rangers
Oh,
fan,
well.
what happened.
First off, I'm ashamed that I didn't realize this was on national television, or I would have not met up with Tyler last night and stayed home and watched the baseball game. But by the time I realized it, the hit had already happened. But deGrom got over the 2,000 career strikeout threshold there. He's a big key to this team, how they move forward into the playoffs or not, if they can get into the playoffs or not. Jacob deGrom is. What do you have? 10 strikeouts last night, gave up 1 hit and a 2-0 win over the Nationals, won the series. And he's awesome. He is, like I said, the corner piece of that rotation, if healthy. You know, he came off injury to come into this game, and he looked really, really good in 6 innings. So it's big for him. Big for him for the Rangers. But, yeah, almost a no-hitter. I forget what win in the game. It's like a little bloop single. That's all it was.
Second inning single.
Second inning single, thank you. And little did we know that that'd be the only hit given up at that point. But he was good. He's really good.
Second fastest to reach 2,000 strikeouts in 2 different categories. In innings, took him 1,660 and a third innings to reach that plateau. Chris Sale, excuse me. Chris Sale owns the record there with 34 and a third quicker innings, 1626. And then he's also second in games. It took him 272 starts to get there. Randy Johnson got his 2,000 strikeout in his 262nd game. So 10 more starts for deGrom to get there in 34 innings. So that's anytime that you're on a list and you're squeezed in between Randy Johnson and Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah,
you are in pretty heady company. He passed for second. He passed Yu Darvish in innings, and passed Clayton Kershaw in games started.
It's pretty cool about deGrom. I don't know if it was basically made public. He declined a trade. He was, I don't know if the Rangers were willing to make the deal.
Sounded like they were.
Yeah, where to, Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, not a bad place to go. Atlanta need that extra push, but he wants to be in Arlington, which is very admirable and pretty cool. So it looks like he just wants to be there for the rest of his career. And again, he's a big reason why the Rangers are where they're at now that he's healthy. And if they can just get a little offense going, they could be right there in the postseason. And who knows from there? That's where you want to be, and then who knows? So if they can get good pitching around him, because I think you're always going to get a good outing from him, gives them a good chance to make some noise.
It's interesting to me, like what you just said about him wanting to be in Arlington, and how much different that sentiment is for a pitcher now at Globe Life versus what it would have been at the ballpark in Arlington.
100%.
Back then,
for
30 years maybe, from 1994 to about 25 years for sure.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that was always discussed this time of year, and especially, on years like this.
Could you imagine?
When it was so hot, and even playing at night, it's still so hot, and how a lot of pitchers, there's a couple places they didn't want to go. Colorado because of the altitude, and Texas because of how hot it was and playing outside, and just how much that wears on you throughout a long, long, long Major League Baseball season. Now, inside the climate-controlled Globe Life, you're starting to see guys high-end guys kind of make their way there and even want to stay like he did.
Right. And we don't know where he's at. I don't know him. I don't know his personal life, but could also kids play a factor into it. I got kids in school here. They're, junior high or sixth grade or whatever. I don't want to uproot them and move around. I like it here. So it could be something like that. But yeah, I'm right. You're right. It's and I said it too. But I mean, the building of the new stadium was almost a necessity because of that heat, and it's turned into a luxury where you can keep players and they want to play there in a nice climate-controlled venue. I was reading, that roof does open, and I've been to a handful of games there. It's never been open. Even early in the season, they've kept it closed. And there's like maybe in its lifespan so far, that roof has only been open for like 10% of played games there. But it's always hot in Texas, so it made sense to build that thing. And people knock the venue. They'll rank your baseball venues, and it's always around the low 20s. Who cares? You're getting it. You go if you're a fan or a player. You're no matter what time of the year it is. It's always like 74 degrees in there, in perfect weather to play baseball. So, and it does matter. It helps attract players. And when you get aggressive in the market, like they were when they won it all, getting Seager, getting Simeon, and that group, Chapman, it helps that you have that stadium to sell to them. But
it's crazy. You know how old he is?
No, I would guess early 30s.
Yeah, I would have too. He's 38.
Yeah. So he's at the end of his career, but he's still very effective. And
what's crazy is he's 30. I mean, when I first saw this, I was like, well, of course he's like 31 or 32. Of course he's getting, but it shows one how he's struggled to stay healthy throughout his career. That he's already at 38 years old and just 272 starts, but also just how time flies. He still seems like the young guy.
Yeah,
out there. Yeah, he's 38 years old. When I saw that in that story, I was like, no, that's got to be a typo. But no, he is. He's the 9th active pitcher to go for 2,000 strikeouts, 94th all time. And a couple of Cy Youngs. I mean, there's a possibility he's headed for the Hall of Fame at some point. Yeah, he only had 35 starts from 2021 to 2024. That's a bunch. It was a big bulk of the time that he wasn't able to be out there. But no, he's been really good when he has been healthy enough to be out there. And this just kind of puts a little bow on that. The race is, I mean, the AL wildcard race is just fascinating. Rangers and Twins tied for that last spot. And then you got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams down to Seattle at 3 back, even though it doesn't really appear that they're going to be able to make any sort of push to be there.
Seattle's kind of trending down.
Yep.
I saw they called up one of their top prospects. To me, when they do that this time of year, it's not to help them advance. It's to get ready for the next season. Let's get this young guy here, bring him up to the show, and get him acclimated now.
Yeah, it was Anderson, wasn't it, the pitcher?
I think so.
Yeah, that just happened.
Yeah, it is fascinating. But it's going to be fun. Not fascinating. It's going to be fun. Because for me, as a Ranger fan, and you as a Cubs fan, every game matters right now, win or lose. And so as soon as a win happens, I'm checking the standings.
Oh, yeah.
I'm checking what Houston's doing because they're only a game back in the West. How did Houston do? And it seems like every time the Rangers win, Houston wins. And every time Rangers lose, Houston loses. It's hard for the Rangers to gain ground, even a game away, game back. But this is the fun part of baseball. We're kind of turning that corner from the dog days of summer, boring part of baseball in the middle of the summer. There's a window there, like right after the All-Star break till about now. It's like, let's get to the fun part. This is the fun part. We get to the end of August, end of September for these chases for playoff spots.
Yeah, just a little over 30 games left for most teams. So that's, 11 series? Like 11 three-gamers, 33 games. That's about where we're at. And it seems like a lot, but it's really only about 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Basically, we play a lot of games in that amount of time, yeah. That short amount of time. No, I was looking. There's $15 tickets tonight.
Is there?
I couldn't talk Allie into it. She won't let me go.
What's crazy?
Because the Uber ride, it would cost like $70 from downtown Dallas
so
to
then you're getting
Arlington.
a $100 ticket.
So I was like, I better not.
All 3 teams in the West that are in the chase are all minus 46. All 3 of them are minus 46 in the run differential. That is crazy after 128 games they've all played for them to be exactly the same.
Like, I know personally for me, for the Rangers and the expectations going in were, like, going into the season, like, all contingent on being healthy. If healthy, they can win the West. They can be a player in this thing. And here we are, 2 games under 500, and any other year to be like, what a disappointing year. But they're right there in the mix, so it's kind of hard not to get disappointed or mad because everyone else is kind of right there with them.
I mean, just like a month ago, it looked like if you were in the West, you were going to have to win that division. Mm-hmm. Wild card was out of reach, and now you look up and teams haven't played very well. Some of those in the Central have kind of brought the West teams back up into play.
Yeah.
Yeah, White Sox just got a text. I think the White Sox are going to make it. Looks like it. They're 4 up in the loss column in the Central Division, which would put them.
That's a cool story. They were a joke.
Oh, yeah.
Like a year ago, them and the Rockies were just a joke. And the Rockies are still a joke.
Yeah, the Rockies are still there. Yeah, not a lot of people had the White Sox.
But that's what's fun about baseball. You could have a White Sox type of season last year, and then come opening day the next season, everybody's thinking we could be that team. That's why opening day to me is really cool, because everybody's like, we're in first place right now. Everybody has hope that they can be a team that can turn around like that. That's baseball. You could gel well. You could all hit. I mean, stay healthy, all that stuff. It's a pretty cool story for the White Sox. We've seen it before, though. We've seen this before.
You know what their record was last year?
Did they even win 50 games? I don't know.
60 and 102.
60 and 102.
42 games below 500 a year ago, and now 66 and 61, leading the AL Central. And it's probably not the greatest probability of all time, but when you look ahead into who could be in the playoffs, we've got some possibility of some really juicy matchups even into the World Series. You could have an all-Chicago World Series.
That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm in a little different spot than you as far as these games down the stretch, because like there's only the possibility of just a major collapse for the Cubs. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're 6 up, 7 in the loss column over the Diamondbacks, who are the first team out. So that would be a horrible collapse if they're not able to. I don't know if they're going to catch the Brewers. The Brewers are just, they've been the best team in baseball.
They would need to collapse as well for Chicago to catch them. But, yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's like, okay, let's get to the playoffs. But about the time you think that, they'll go on some sort of crazy streak. Now they do play. They've got 2 more 3-game series with Milwaukee. Actually, they've got 7 games with Milwaukee. A 4-gamer starting next Monday at home, and then 3 the weekend or the next week, I guess, at Milwaukee. So that would be the chance, you know what I mean, to be able to pick up games. You go 5-2 over that stretch. Now you're within a game or so, with the other games still remaining. That's going to be fun. And the playoffs are going to be a lot of fun, I think, with the different matchups that we can see. And in the AL, a couple of teams that will probably have kind of the home field with the White Sox and maybe the Rays as division winners. I don't know how much anybody's trusting them to win playoff series. We'll be back to wrap it up. Garrison Financial Friday.
Hello, my name is Scott Garrison. You may remember me as Scott the Barber or just as Ron and Carla's son. I've been involved in our community since opening Scott's Barbershop on the southeast corner of 3rd and Main in 1998. Now I'm back in the same building as Garrison Financial. I started investing in my 20s. I invested through the dot-com crash and the Great Recession. I started caring for other people's money in 2018, and I truly enjoy sitting down with my clients, understanding their wants and needs as well as what keeps them up at night. Whether my friends just want me to invest a little of their savings or want me to work with their tax and legal professionals to strive towards optimal efficiency, we can do it all. I believe communication is key to helping my clients reach their goals. For if we are faithful over a few things, we shall be given more. Contact me at scott@soonerwealth.com. Securities offered through registered representatives of Cambridge Investment Research, Inc., a broker-dealer member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Cambridge Investment Research Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor. Garrison Financial and Cambridge are not affiliated. This communication is strictly intended for individuals residing in the states of Colorado, Nevada, Oklahoma, and Texas. No offers may be made or accepted from any resident outside the specific states referenced. Cambridge does not offer tax and legal advice.
The Skinny on Sports.
It's in the hose!
Welcome back. It is Skinny on Sports, 98.1 FM, the Sports Animal. Hanging out here, wrapping up a Garrison Financial Friday. Yeah, we were just talking in the break. It was a busy night over at Canute last night with all the different games going on.
Well, I mean, like, softball had a round robin, so you had like an extra team in town, not just one team. But Kremlin, Hillsdale, Granite, and of course Canute, and then the junior high baseball hosted Fort Cobb, and then volleyball. Who'd they play?
Tipton.
I mean, think about that. You had Kremlin, folks from Kremlin and Hillsdale, and Granite, and Fort Cobb, and Broxton, and Tipton.
All there.
6 communities in the town of Canute. And then afterwards, they all went to Friends.
Yeah. There's a bunch of people there.
Busy time. Hey, heads up, when something like that happens, if you have a food truck, you might make some money. Just come on over and park it in the park or something.
Volleyball was fun. It's cool to watch, from the ground up.
Yeah.
And how much they have absolutely improved throughout the years. From the junior high, now the high school. So a lot of those that started are now like sophomores, and there's others. Don't get me wrong, they're way day and night better, and it's crazy how it's fast paced, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun to go watch. I think Canute is what now, 5 or 6-1.
The one lost to CBA.
CBA on Tuesday.
Yeah, I think they're undefeated.
They were undefeated. They
won all the others.
Mm-hmm.
Won that tournament down in Snyder.
Yep. Got all kinds of awesome baseball and softball. If you're looking for something to do, even though it's going to be hot, up in Leedy. Both of their baseball and softball tournaments going on right now. Round robin in the softball again today. Repo Butler handed Cheyenne Raiden their first loss, 3-1 yesterday. So still a very competitive game. And we know how good that we know how good Repo's been and is. So that's we talked about it the other day. This is going to be like not a prove it, but kind of a litmus test week for Cheyenne Raiden. Just kind of see where they do stack up, and that's. Beat Visay and lost a close one to Repo Butler. Caney is there. Caney got 2 wins. Had Caney knocked off Leedy. And Canute, they just played once yesterday. No, they played twice. They beat Granite and Kremlin-Hillsdale. So that's going to be good stuff on both sides of that, the fall baseball and also that fast pitch tournaments up there in Leedy. They're doing a pretty cool thing today in the baseball. I don't know if I've ever – they only had 6 teams, so it's not like a true bracket or 7 maybe. And so the teams that lost, which was Cheyenne, Hammond, and I just saw it, Arnett. So today they're going to do like a round robin.
Okay.
For the, you know what I'm saying? And then the winners bracket games will just be the 4 teams.
Yeah.
Calumet didn't play yesterday, but they got kind of a bye, so they'll play today. And then the winners there, I think it's Leedy and Visay, Calumet, and Drummond will be those winner bracket games today. Ooh, big baseball game too. Canute Okarche.
Yes, just saw that at Canute. Yeah, get an idea of. Yeah, people think Okarche. I mean, they're 3-3, but the 3 losses are not bad. Like Calumet, we mentioned that the other day. Hydro Weekly's put together a good program. Really interested to see, what Okarche. There's big turnover.
Oh yeah,
a lot of those players moving on. They set a lot of records historically good in both baseball, of course, basketball.
And golf.
That's right.
They won the golf.
That's right. And I said at the state tournament, are we going to see Okarche remain dominant after that run that they had? Or is it going to be something different?
Pretty good.
I'd like to think they're going to be okay.
I think basketball is different than the others.
Yeah.
with regards to that. Pretty good 3-way Fort Cobb, Arapahoe, Butler, and Dale.
That's a good
fall
one.
Baseball.
That's a good one. Where's that at?
Looks like maybe Fort Cobb.
That's a good one.
Because the only ats are Fort Cobb when you look at all the schedule. Yeah, that could be good stuff. Softball going on Big Elk TV right now. Elkets down 6-0 to Choctaw. Choctaw is one of the premier programs in the state.
Yeah, they get 4 runs in the second. We're watching a little bit of that. And Choctaw's small balling them, just bunt after bunt after bunt, forcing Oak City's offense or defense to work.
Yeah, they don't even have an extra base hit. Choctaw.
How many errors?
1.
Yeah, there's one costly error, cost them a couple runs.
Yeah, that's why you go play those games when we talk to Coach
100%.
Murray.
There's nothing
kind
wrong
of
with
figure out where you're at.
Yeah, you play these teams. Play the big ones. What I told him went in here is like, I don't know who I made mad. Like, nobody. You got respect.
Yeah. Got that game and then Enid right after to follow up at Hall of Fame Stadium for the Elkets. We'll be able to talk about all of it on Monday. Everybody have a great weekend. Stay cool out there. I don't even know if it's possible to stay cool out there with as hot as it is. You know what's easy for us right now? The weather.
I know.
If we just don't say the days, you got to do it once.
Exactly.
Everybody have a great weekend. It's been a Garrison Financial Friday.
You've been listening to the Skinny on Sports podcast with Aaron Cow. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to get alerts of when the latest podcast is available. Thanks for listening.
That ball is blistered to right. Well